For any restaurant to be successful, it not only needs to be a great place to eat, offering excellent service, but the presentation of everything that the customer sees and touches needs to be of the highest possible standards. Customers create impressions of our business ever before they actually come through the front door of your restaurant or bar. Those impressions are created at the first engagement, which is often when they make the reservation or they pass by on the street. But impressions are so important, and remember, you never get a second chance to create a first impression. So down to the glasses that you put on the table for the customer, that is continuing that process of creating impressions for the customer. And we always have to ensure that those impressions are positive. A smeared glass or a dirty glass not only just looks unsightly, but can also send a message to the customer that this is not a clean establishment. The service that I'm going to get is going to be a little bit sloppy because there's no attention to detail. What I'm going to do in this session is I'm going to show you how to hygienically and safely polish glasses that we use for our lunch or dinner setup. We have wine glasses and water glasses. First thing that I need is a bowl of steaming water, not necessarily boiling water, because depending on the type of glass that I'm using, especially if it's crystal, the glass could crack once you introduce it to the heat. So I safely carry my pot of hot water from the kitchen or the bar area, using a tray where possible, because again, it gives me that element of safety when I'm walking through a busy area. I'm going to secure it on the table by using just a little mat or something to make sure that it doesn't move or it doesn't slip on my surface. Again, I'm right-handed, so I am going to use my right hand to pick up my glass. I'm going to just check it to see if there are any watermarks or smears. And already I can see some certainly watermarks on this glass. Now glasses, ideally, once they come out of your glass washer, they should be polished straight away to make sure that the watermarks don't have time to establish themselves. So I know that my glass is a little bit smeared. If there's lipstick on the rim of the glass, then that has to go back into the glass washer, because there is absolutely no way that you can remove lipstick smears with steam. So with my left hand, I'm going to hold my glass directly over the bowl of steaming water, so you can see the steam is actually filling the bowl of the glass. I'm holding it by the stem. Then once I'm happy that it has been steamed on the inside, I take my glass cloth. This is a special cloth that we use for polishing glasses. It's microfiber, so it's not going to leave any lint or any residue in the glass. I'm holding it under the bowl with the glass cloth. I'm going to just guide the rest of the glass cloth as much as I can get into the bowl with my thumb. Now, depending on the size of your thumb, depending on the size of the glass, this will determine how much of the cloth will actually go in. Then holding with my left hand under the bowl of the glass, I just move my thumb around inside the glass. So you can see I'm polishing inside the glass and I'm polishing the outside of the glass. What I don't do is polish and hold the stem or the base of the glass and polish in opposite directions at the same time. The reason I don't do this, and it might be the quickest way of doing it, but it's not necessarily the safest way of doing it, is that there are two weak points in a wine glass on the stem. One is directly under the bowl, the other is directly over the base. So if I'm doing this and I'm working very quickly at doing it, I could actually break the stem of the glass and obviously cause harm to myself, and it also increases breakages in the department. So once I'm happy that my glass bowl is polished, I then continue and I polish the stem of the glass and the base of the glass. I'm going to hold it up to the light, and you can see that the little watermarks that were there at the start of the process have now gone. So I'm very happy that this glass is of the highest standard that I can get it, and it's sparkling. I place it then on my tray, ready to carry to the table for setup. I do the very same thing with the remaining glasses before I move on to my water glasses. So you can see these I hold by the base. It doesn't have a stem. And again, water glasses will vary in terms of size and shape. You can see again, there are certain watermarks on the glass. So I want to make sure I remove those. I'm going to, again, hold it over my steam until such time as the bowl is full. In the same way as I did with my wine glasses, I'm going to just guide the glass cloth into the bowl of the glass. And working around inside and outside, I'm going to clean the entire surface and polish the entire surface of the glass. Holding it up to the light, I can see again the glass is now perfectly clean and ready for service. Holding it by the base, to avoid any fingerprints on the bowl of the glass, I'm going to place it on the tray, ready to take to my table for lunch service.